Hey everyone, and welcome back to Nerd Talk, the monthly podcast show where we take a deep dive into all things nerdy of the month, including games, movies, comic, manga, etc., etc. To start today, we're wrapping up the interviews with Lotus series, finally with the everybody's been waiting for this one, Mary Jane Watson herself, Moriah Brooklyn. Mariah, thank you so much for coming on. It's great to have you here, and it's great to finally be ending this series because I have been completely bombarded with it. So, how are you? Hope you're doing well.
Thanks. I appreciate it. That means a lot to me. It really does. That's so cool. Oh my god.
You are so hyper. I love it. I love this. This is gonna be a great episode.
Thanks.
So
That's actually so. Do you want to hear another hot take? So, including the hot take I gave before.
Right. Everybody will see that at the end of the episode.
Yeah. Hot take. The only thing that I actually truly got in trouble for on the set of Lotus was, being so hype.
Mm-hmm.
Being like they're like, Mo, we love you. But you'll be crying 1 second in a scene, and then the next second you'll be like, hey,
come on, let's go.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, let's go. And then they're like, and poor Sean, bless his heart, one of the most phenomenal actors after coming out of nothing. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, Sean. Love you.
Yeah, that I saw his scene in the trailer.
Did not know how to work with me at first because I was like, I get so passionate about acting specifically too. So it's then I just all my energy goes into it. But
all your energy, yeah. Well, because you're only in one scene in the trailer, and your one scene is just I'm gonna be honest with you. You're already great. I already think we're going to be great friends. But my God, I did not expect this at all. Because from the trailer, you obviously, this is a very serious story. This is a very, I don't want to say dark, but it is very kind of, there in that aspect.
Yeah.
And, your character, Mary Jane, she's kind of in a place right now. And you are not in that place at all in real life. So it's just it's two different people communicating.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Yeah. We'll get right into it. The first question I want to ask, because it's kind of makes sense. What was the audition process like? Because you were one of the other people who had to go through the audition process. So what was it like trying to get Mary Jane Watson?
Well, okay, so I did not audition for Mary Jane Watson until they requested that I did.
Oh, okay.
So I actually had no idea that they were even casting for her. I just knew Warden because I had been in film for a really long time, and I'd been such a fan of just Warden. Warden was a phenomenal actor. Okay, so in Northwest Arkansas, there's only so many people that act. There really are. And so it's just you get to a point where you're I don't know, and so he had this I don't know. He had this presence, and then he had Tristan, his best friend, and they both we kind of all knew each other because we were all in film, I guess.
Right.
But then so then one day I am blonde, right? And I was like, do I want to dye my hair gray? Yeah, I do. And then I was actually, what if I dyed my hair the complete opposite of that? I was what if I dyed it bright red? And it was so last minute, and it wasn't I was ever planning this to ever be a thing. But then I was and it's kind of crazy too, because I had this thought to myself. I was that's actually kind of crazy because I went by MJ for a really long time. I was that's so cute.
Right.
But I never thought ever. I never, ever thought that they were going to, reach out to me, because I didn't even know that they were going to be, I thought at this point they very well had someone casted. I was if Peter Parker...
It's such a big character.
Yeah. Anyway, so one day I, dye my hair red. Finally, dye my hair red. I received this, DM from Warden a couple, days after, or a couple, hours afterward, and he was yo, I don't know if you act. I don't know if you act or anything, but, dude, you're ripped out of the comics. And I was for real? I was
the hair.
I was oh, really? I was okay. Yeah. I was I can do this. And so he was we're not even we're no pressure. You know, they're so cool. They're so cool about it. They're like, we know this is like, and he tried to like also. Warden was great about making it seem like it wasn't like creepy.
Right.
Because I have been acting for a long time. I feel like that already is something that like people have been asking. Like that's gonna.
Yeah, that I'm pretty sure actually.
That was like one of the only things that I saw like repetitively.
Without saying one of the questions, that's definitely been one that was asked like repeatedly. Is like, what other projects have you been? Or, I don't want to obviously say one of the questions, but like, yeah, that the whole acting thing for you, that was definitely a spammed question in the Nerd Talk comments on Instagram. So she's gonna answer it. Calm down. Like everybody's freaking out. But like, yeah, so like, getting through, because I have to be honest, this entire cast is like, wow. It's just, you guys are so ripped right out of the pages. It's weird. It's awesome in a great way, but it's weird at the same time because like, I really realized that when I saw Sean. Specifically, not even like in the trailer, just like a picture of him, because obviously I did my research about this whole movie. It creeped me out how much he looked like classic Harry. It was weird. The only thing he had to do was like shave his head or like get shorter hair, and like he would have been just like that. But I kind of like the long hair, so it kind of suits it. But Warden with Peter,
the long hair stays.
Yeah,
the long hair is Harry. Like we love that. We love that. Yeah,
and like Warden as Peter, that's like really like, he reminds me of like an older Peter Parker. It's like perfect.
Yeah.
You and Twin as MJ and Gwen. It's fucking
Twin.
Yeah, Twin is fucking
Twin.
nuts. Oh my god, Jesus! When I had her on the show, like everybody just kept talking. I'm pretty sure there are still comments on like that YouTube video. It's like, it's so weird how much she looks like her, because it's crazy. Like all you guys are so perfectly cast in terms of like the looks and everything like that, and your acting ability. Just from the trailer alone, it looked freaking amazing. Like you guys, this movie's gonna kill it. I'm so excited for this movie. But getting on to the next question, were you into comics before this film, before Spider-Man Lotus? Were you a comics nerd yourself, or did you kind of get into the aspect of it because of Lotus?
No, I totally loved it beforehand.
What were some of your favorites?
Comics are the blueprint, man.
Thank you.
Comics. Okay, so comics like started so many of my favorite movies. Comics started so many of my favorite like art styles that I adapted to as I was growing up too.
Right.
Because I was really into anime growing up, and like specifically comic books. And I also grew up speaking fluent Korean and almost fluent Japanese and Chinese because I just read it so.
I flunked my Japanese class so hard. I failed it so hard.
Yeah, dude. It was insane. I was obsessed with it. Like, it was phenomenal to me. I thought it was the most, like, beautiful language, and I was obsessed with the way that
it's a beautiful language, but it's a difficult as hell language to learn. That was my issue with it.
Too. I was younger, so I felt like I, like, was more determined.
Yeah.
It was like...
I was a junior in high school. I just wanted the credit. So, I don't know, but... what were some of your favorite comics growing up, or even right now?
Oh my god. Okay, you're gonna fucking hate me for this.
Oh,
but I really like the Archie comics growing up the most.
No. I don't hate you for that. I love Archie comics. I love the Archie comics.
I don't know what it was. That's not even niche. That's not even the underground. But I was like, I grew up in like a really like. I grew up in Portland, and like. Archie comics were just, like, not at the library all the time. Like, my parents always got me, like, Berenstain Bears or something. And I was like, this is the most beautiful thing ever. I love it. But then I turned 10 or, like, 12 or 13. I was like, I want to read something spicy.
I want to read something spicy.
This is my cat, Artemis. She's my
her cat's name is Artemis?
Artemis, yes.
My old cat was named Artemis. That's crazy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I called her Artie.
Oh, my God. Do you hear that thunder? Oh my goodness.
She's terrified.
She's good. I call her Artie.
Like, I call her Artie. I called my cat Artie. So
cute.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Over.
So like what were besides like, Riverdale, what were your favorite Marvel comics? What were some of those?
the way that you just said Riverdale, it made me throw up in my mouth a little bit when you did that. I didn't like that.
You think of Archie, you think of Riverdale. Unfortunately, that's the reality.
Because I just like like growing up. Like you asked me growing up. Like growing up, I was like, yeah. But now I have like, honestly, don't ask me jack shit about the names. But Tuan got me into a bunch of stuff over New York, and I just got obsessed with like all of them.
Right.
Because Tuan is literally like the most genius bitch I've ever met in my entire life. Oh my fucking god,
dude! She's a comic I want so badly. I'm so jealous. She has a comic I've been wanting since I was like 6 years old, and I'm so mad. I want it so badly.
Don't even get me started on her. I can't. She's the best. She's the best.
Literally, okay. She seems great.
Yeah.
So.
Everybody's gonna drag me in and know it, but it's okay. I'm tough. I can take it, guys. Don't worry. I love y'all. God. I don't care.
Dude, it's just the sheer amount. My dog just knocked something over in the background. That terrified me. Like the sheer amount of like people. I just want to communicate back to the fans just for a second, because the sheer amount of people who commented, who liked, and DM'd the NerdTalk account about this interview. It was freaking nuts. I'm new to podcast, I'm new to interviewing and stuff like that, so this is still, obviously I'm still learning as time goes on. The amount of people that like DM'd me was like, when's the Mariah interview coming? And I just announced it. It was like, it wasn't even confirmed yet. I just announced that it was coming, like it was happening, like I was in talks with you, like nothing was confirmed. And the amount of people that are like, hey, when's it coming? I'm like, I don't know. When am I filming it? That's what you should be asking me, because I don't know yet.
When is she gonna hurry the fuck up?
When is she gonna hurry the fuck up? Like, come on. Like, it was nuts. It was for so many people. So I hope everybody can rest now. Rest a little bit easy that we're actually doing this. So, calm, settle.
Alright, guys, okay.
Like, okay.
All right.
Settle the hell down.
It's here.
Okay, so this is a question I kind of wanted to ask, because I've kind of asked it to everybody, but more specifically you, I wanted to ask because obviously Mary Jane Watson, very, very pivotal character in the Spider-Man lore and the Spider-Man universe. Yeah. Is there something that you could have taken from any iteration of MJ and put into this film? What would that have been?
Okay, so the one that I felt like was the most important. Are you talking about that?
Yeah. Like what did you what was the most important take that you took away from like your inspiration to create your MJ?
Yeah. It was the savior complex. It was her like obsession with like, and not obsession. It was like it wasn't even like a bad kind. It was, I'm trying to think about this. She had this depth to her love for Peter that was like, the reason I love you is because you're like worse than I am.
Right.
And it was like this tragic love that worked because he was Spider-Man. And I know that sounds dark, but it was something that I thought was like so fucking juicy.
It is true.
I was like, that's so juicy. I was like, I love that. That's so crazy. Anyways,
Mary Jane and Peter's relationship is very complicated. It's a very complicated, convoluted relationship, because there are very strong parts and very strong elements of the relationship where it's just like, if he wasn't Spider-Man, if he was just Peter Parker, would she feel the same? Like, it's that aspect, it's that feeling. That's why everybody loves Gwen Stacy so much, because, Gwen Stacy fell in love with Peter Parker, not Spider-Man, and it's kind of reversed here. Playing this version of Mary Jane, playing this character, this is a version that's obviously gone through loss. She's lost Gwen Stacy, the group's kind of broken up, everything's going on. What was it like to have to get into that dark place, being who you are already based off of what I know about you, getting into that, sort of mentality? How was that like for you on set?
What do you think you know about me?
That you're very bubbly, that you're very energetic, and you're very sweet and kind. So how was getting into a very quiet, dark, oh god, this is flipping the mirror. So how was that like for you on set?
It was good. No, so there was like this, there was this juxtaposition in the way that she saw Peter that was like really opposite to the way that I would see Peter.
Right.
Like I would still want to be like his best friend and shit. But like after a while I would be like, yo, like call your shit out. And so like
call your shit out.
like it, I don't know. She had this like form of responsibility over the entire group that I felt like was really important to like how she viewed herself in the end, you know? Like
right.
she in the end she's only as happy as who she was to everybody else, you know? And so like for me that's not how I work. I am very okay if like not everybody likes me. Mm-hmm. And I kind of like thrive on the fact that not everybody should.
Right.
You know? And so playing her was like she was consumed by materialism and like self-destruction as Harry was as well, and that's why they had a complex bond, because they were both very self-destructive, and so yeah, I think that she was someone who it was good for me to play because I got to like tap into a version that I know doesn't exist. It was like
stretch your wings.
Yeah. And also she was someone who was like, but I also related to her in the sense that like, dude, I relate to MJ on so many levels that like nobody knows about too.
Can you give me some examples?
So some examples of like MJ for me is that like I am a social butterfly. And like I am like
no, I couldn't tell.
I
oh, falling down.
Like, you know, quick recovery. Recovery. I fuck with like MJ's world is like come along with me, right. You know? And I fucking love that. I love that because I'm like that too. Like if someone comes into my life, I'm like, I want to take care of you. I want to be like, come on. And there was like a version of her that's very independent. You know, she didn't really want to like always, but like it was like MJ's world. You know what I'm talking about? Like everybody who loved her eventually like ended up becoming a part of this like fairy tale that's like this. She's almost like the MJ's very much so this like ballerina in a little fucking
like the little like dome thing,
little thing, the music box,
like the music box. Thank you. We were
like her writers. She's like this golden girl, you know what I'm saying? But also one who's slightly flawed and also a damsel in distress. But we don't actually see any diversity on until like the comic books and shit. Until you know, but I love Tuyen 22. I almost called her 22, but then I called her Tuyen. She's my best friend. She's fucking amazing. Right. But she taught me so much about MJ that was so good, and like, cause she's read so much about her.
God, she's the biggest comic nerd I've met in my life. I love it. It was great. I was like, cause we started talking, cause when I brought that same question up, like about comics before, like before the role, she didn't even say anything to me. She walked off camera, got a box, and just said it in front of the camera. I was like,
yeah, that's my girl.
I was like, yes, this is great. And we just, it was like a 30-minute tangent, just us talking about comics, talking about our favorite ones.
Yeah.
So, cause we were talking about like rare comics that we have, and like I was talking about like how I like have the Infinity War comics and all that stuff and like all that, and then she brought up fucking the one I want so badly, and it was just the most genuine like conversation I think I've ever had with a guest on here, because it wasn't like a guest in an interview. It was like just two nerds talking about comics.
Yeah.
So like what with you and with your character and with who you are as a person, what would you feel? If you could have taken something from MJ and put something of yourself into MJ, what would that have been?
Put something of myself in MJ? Okay, I would put my like my ability to completely detach myself from like the room itself. Like if someone's like bothering me, I'm like like it's easy for me to depart myself, just be like switch, like you know, like move the energy like as soon as I need to, and like adjust it, because I believe that I'm in charge of my energy,
right?
And I'm in charge of like adjusting it and raising it and cleansing it and I think MJ could benefit from some meditation. I think she
Some
could benefit
meditation.
from some therapy. I think that'd be good. And maybe also, I think that she took a break from the spotlight.
And what would be one thing that you would take away from MJ for yourself, for Mariah?
Her ability to be okay in a room for a long time.
Okay.
She owns it.
Okay, I see that.
There's a yin and a yang. I like both. Like I feel like it's good to practice both. You know,
Right.
That's naturally that's how I am.
Right.
But then naturally, that's how she is. So
Exactly.
that's what
It's like like you said, it's like a yin and a yang kind of thing. It's very they're bouncing off each other. That's very cool. If you could be in a situation where you could play any Marvel or DC character besides Mary Jane, who would you play and why?
Oh my god. Okay, so I think Bucky Barnes.
Really? The Winter Soldier? Why is that?
If I could play him, he has the most enchanting story to me. I think I don't even feel like military stories are often creative enough for me. I feel like it gets repetitive. Like you see someone go through so much trauma and you're just like, okay, they get their soul ripped out of them. We get it. That's me. Anyways, so I think Bucky Barnes has this well, to be honest, he's hot.
Okay. All right. Yeah. At least you're honest. That's fair.
I'm just joking. No, he has this depth and this human depth, despite his he's like the perfect mix.
Right.
He's like hybrid. He's like this it's almost like Wolverine, because Logan, Wolverine was my favorite for so long, and if I had to become any character, I would want to become them, and that would be so fucking cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So between them, either of them, because I love the hybrid idea. I love the idea of being immortal. It's so tragic. I love it.
Oh my god, that's great. Yeah, nobody's ever answered a gender bend character. That'd be so freaking cool. I would love to see
oh my god.
Damn, Marvel, get on your shit with that. That'd be
Get on
sick. Literally,
Hire
hire me, Marvel. Jesus.
No, actually.
That'd be awesome. That would be really cool because like you were saying with Bucky Barnes, that's a very interesting way to look at it, because he is a very, I don't want to say he's a very torn character, no pun intended with his arm, but he is a very much a character who, has been through hell but has tried to make the most out of it and try to bring the joy about it. Except for when he is, pretty much down at rock bottom, but even then he comes back from it and tries to continue on. Sebastian Stan, yes, he is a very attractive man. Just even thinking.
Oh my god.
Did you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I think I also have maybe gender envy of him. He's so, but no, I'm so attracted to him. Yes. Just weird. But he's also he just gives off this power. And I think that's it. He just gives off this he could curl up with a book and a cat and a fireplace, and the next day be
murdering somebody.
About that. Is that toxic? Yeah, but moving on.
Well, Sebastian, if you're watching this, Mariah's Instagram will be linked below. Go for it. Jesus.
I am not fun.
Imagine if he just Sebastian Stan is now following you. Dude,
don't play with me.
Stroke has a whole ass aneurysm.
No, I feel like we would actually I'm one of those bitches that's yeah, we would hit it off. Not I would want to marry him or some shit, but I don't really see people as icons.
Right.
But also I am I respect you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a real beauty in knowing that as an actor too, I want to be able to meet more actors.
Right.
And if I'm saying anything, it's
Oh my god. Phone down again.
Oh, is that Sebastian? Sebastian, can you hear me? Oh my god. As I was talking about looking up to him, my phone fell. Oh my god, I summoned him. Sebastian? What if
Sebastian's he's just at your window. Just, hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Jesus. Well, if Sebastian Stan was the person who just followed you on Instagram, round three.
Oh, so fast.
Sebastian Stan gets brought up in conversation, and you just have a whole
notifications now all of a sudden, and I don't know why.
Oh my god. If Sebastian damn, I lost my question.
No, I'm so sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's just this is a great like dynamic right here. I'm just trying to word my conversation here. Oh yeah, okay. So if you could be in a film with Sebastian Stan, what genre of film would you like to be in if that was the case? Would you like to be in a Marvel film, or would you like to be like, an independent film, like an indie? What would you want to be?
Ooh. Wow. That's a really good question. I wasn't expecting this question.
Trying to get your footing here, trying to like steady yourself so you don't fall over.
Yeah, dude, can you tell I'm fucking blushing right now? Are you kidding me? I'm talking about this and I'm like
Jesus.
I would want to do like an independent film. No. I want it to be all over the billboards. I want it to be everywhere. I want it to be like he and I would be best friends in the end of it.
Really?
Or somewhere in the middle of independent film, and we would like film in the middle of like a jungle or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool one. Yeah, no, I asked that because just like he, I don't know if you watched it, but he did the Devil, film with Tom Holland on Netflix. It's a really good film.
Oh yeah.
Really good film. Really loved that. And that was the first film I'd seen of him outside of Marvel. I'll be honest, and he was phenomenal in that. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies ever made. It's a very good story.
That's awesome.
So yeah, for me, it's just like I have to ask that question because, to be in a different kind of genre of film, it's a very different, it's a very different world compared to superheroes.
Yeah.
So it's always interests me because I am into film and I am into like acting and stuff like that. So getting that idea and stuff, it's always interesting to me.
Yeah.
Getting back to Lotus and getting back to what's been going on with MJ and stuff. If there was one, what was a moment on set that you would deem your favorite?
My favorite scene on set? Okay.
Without spoiling, obviously.
Without spoiling. Okay, without spoiling. Okay, there was a scene with... Okay, so there's scenes that I'm really, really proud of, right? And then there's scenes that I, think I grew a lot from. But, if I were to, pick my top, man, I would say with 22. There's a scene with 22, yeah, because...
You are the first and only person not to say the scene that there's apparently, I don't know what it is, but there's apparently a scene where everybody's there. Every single actor is on set. Everybody is there in the scene together. You're the only person not to say that scene. So that's cool that you didn't say that. So what's, without obviously saying anything, what was the scene with you and Twin,
I can't say anything.
You can't? You can't say a word.
No, I can't say anything.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Trust
if you had
me.
to describe it, that'd probably be a better question. If you had to describe the scene.
If I could describe it, I would say that it's dear to my heart, creative, extremely special.
Could you say the mood? What's the mood of the scene?
The mood?
Is it somber? Is it happy? Is it...
The mood is almost magical.
Ooh.
That's
That's interesting. Doctor Strange confirmed in Spider-Man Lotus? No, I'm kidding.
Right?
That'd be crazy. Benedict Cumberbatch just steps out of a portal. Hey, how you guys doing? That was something I asked Warden. I was like, if you show up, if Warden shows up in Spider-Man No Way Home, I will FaceTime him so fast and yell at him. Like, you son of a bitch. Like, why didn't you say anything? Okay, so going off of, your favorite moment on set, what was, if there was one, what was a moment on set or a scene that gave you difficulty? What was, like, the hardest, if there was one? What was that like?
Warden.
Warden! A scene with Warden. What the hell happened there?
Warden was the hardest one for me to shoot with. But that's actually why I like shooting with him even more than, like, some other scenes. Because of that.
Why was Warden hard to shoot with?
Harder. Because Warden and I rehearse really differently. But, like, that's, like, we both, like, are so... It was so cool, too, because, like... I really remember me saying that, like, I looked up to him for a bit, and I was like, Warden's such a good actor. I was like that for, like, ages. He, like, when I actually got on set with him, he was, like, so in the zone. And so I, like, didn't know how to, like, it was amazing, because I was, like, I didn't know how to, like, be, like... But then I did. It was like, oh my god, that's so cool, and he was like so chill, and then it was like amazing. But it was the hardest one because of the scenes. Like, the scenes itself were like the most
gut-wrenching.
They were just the most, like, detailed. Like MJ and Peter.
Right. Yeah, it's
like those scenes were the most.
You don't even have to say anything else. It's just MJ and Peter. Like, that's just
like they were like so meticulous, and like. And we didn't just half-ass it. Like, we went all out.
Right. Yeah. No. When I interviewed Gavin, he would talk about how, like, you guys would do a take and he would be just perfect, and you would do it again just to make sure it was, like, just there. So yeah, I heard that it was very meticulous like that, because obviously you want something like that to be as good as it possibly can. That's.
It was like. Two very iconic characters that we care a lot about. We're like, shit, we can't, this is our baby.
Right, yeah. So, did you, given that Spider-Man Lotus is your baby, did you expect it to be as big as it is? Because, yeah, it's pretty freaking huge now. And, judging off that smile, I can tell that you're freaking out about it a little bit, because it's huge. 500,000 views on the first trailer alone. Like, how does that feel? How are you taken by that?
I was just so proud of everybody. Right. I was almost like I couldn't even think about it for myself. I was just like, oh my god, like, guys, because like I look back on Lotus and it's barely even like there's a thread of what I did for me and what I remember that I was like I was super happy with. Mm-hmm. But like we all went through so much, and like we all like persevered through, and we like Gavin, like, hold on, let me start on Gavin real quick. Hold on. Okay. So Gavin like worked so fucking hard too, and everybody worked so hard. Tristan worked his ass off on this. Like Warden, I mean, everybody, they all, and Eunice, oh my god, don't get me started on everybody, but like, these people, are you kidding? They deserve it. Mm-hmm. Come on. So like,
round of applause.
Like, so many projects out there that are being picked up this year, and I'm so glad. Right. I'm so glad. I'm like, yes, like, there's no reason that like good people can't get good attention and like get good recognition for it, and that they can't be celebrated for like what they're passionate about. Because even though there are terrible things going on right now, like we saw that, and we were like still going through terrible things, and we still have to make something positive out of it. Like, you got to, like, it's what we have, so like this little project was just like our little butterfly that we all like gave birth to. We're like, oh my. So
it's happening.
Everybody.
It's real.
It's real. She's here.
Yeah, because like I said, I was, one of the people waiting for this trailer to drop. I was, waiting. I was actually there, like, waiting for the countdown to stop. I was texting Warden as, like, the trailer was being presented to everybody. So like, well, because I've done my fair share of support for this project. I've I've purchased the Blu-ray for it. You know, I've done a lot. I love this project. I love everybody a part of it, and I want
Yeah.
this to go great. And yeah, when I saw the trailer come out, I was like, I had like the song "Sunlight and Ashes" in the trailer. I had it blasting on my phone like the day after. Like
It's so
I just
like
yeah, I was just like listening to it 'cause it's a very
yeah.
somber song, but it was also a very nice song to just get work done
Uh,
to and hang out and stuff. And so when I was like, I'd be like texting Warden while the trailer was playing, and I
uh,
was like, I remember like texting because my favorite shot in the trailer is Sean. It's a tie between Sean's scene in Times Square and
yeah.
the final shot with the portrait of Peter and Gwen. I absolutely love
Mm.
both those shots. And when I saw both those, I texted Warden and I was like, "Those, why are they so pretty? Like what the heck?" And like Warden was like, "Gavin actually got that last shot like 2 days before the trailer came out." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I was like freaking out and like everything like that. And like with MJ and like that scene in the trailer, I was just like, because when I asked Gavin what everybody's story was in this film, he was very intricate about it, and I really liked it because I asked him, I was like, what is the mental process of everybody right now? What is everybody going through? And he kind of said for Mary Jane specifically that her character is kind of denying grief. She's trying to move on by distracting herself,
Yeah.
and obviously a big thing with that is her smoking and I don't know, but maybe a party girl kind of situation going on or something like that. If that story
MJ,
was
come on now.
yeah, come on. There's better ways to handle this. But if there was a situation where, you could have changed how MJ was, perceived in that light, perceived in that story, how would you have done that with her grief? How would you have moved past it?
So the death of my best friend, or like
Right.
the fact that my other best friend's like Spider-Man.
Right. Yeah, how would you feel about all that coming together and like, how would
How
you
would I
move
cope with
past that?
that? I
Would you
think
have
I
gone the MJ route with like, the party girl and everything like that, trying to like kind of deny it all happening, or
nah. I would like um
you have no idea, do you?
no, I'm thinking about it.
What
I'm
is
thinking
that?
I'm thinking about how I would, because Gavin and I had a couple conversations, something similar like this, and we'd all talked about something like we'd gone in depth of like the routes we wanted to go,
Right.
and like I thought about it throughout the film, but then I think my final definitive like route I would take is I would like not stop until Harry or Peter like talk to me,
Right.
like yeah, I would just like.
you'd wanna go through it. You'd wanna, talk about it.
She ran away a lot, and I mess up. I fuck up sometimes, but like
You're
in a
human.
route that I would have, you have to have people. I watched Harry Potter, okay?
I
Harry
watched Harry
Potter taught
Potter.
me that when all things go to hell, you know what I'm saying?
Have
Voldemort wants
people.
all your friends to go away, and you got to get all your people back together whenever you're like in pain,
Mhm.
especially if like someone that you're grieving over was like in that group.
Right.
It's hard because I've never gone through something like that. Like I've never lost a friend like in a friend group like that. So I don't know. I don't relate to that feeling. But shit, it feels like I have. Like I swear to fucking God, I swear. I swear. After this movie, I was like, did my friend die? Like, cause we shot so many scenes where I'm like, like sobbing, and I'm like,
Right. It's very emotional.
like, and I'm just like, it was like so weird because you're tapping into ideas of like your friend passing away, and you're just like, this is so like warping to think about at the end of the day.
It's yeah. I have experienced that. I lost my best friend in 2018, and yeah. You guys kind of nailed like the experience of it. At least visually, it has, because I definitely experienced a lot of everybody's feelings. That's why I asked this question, because I kind of was that perspective. I was in that situation, but I was kind of a mix of all of them. I was very much kind of out of body. I was very distant from everybody. I was very cold, and I wasn't really myself, and to obviously it obviously very much hits home with the storyline, of Peter losing Gwen, MJ losing Gwen, just the group losing Gwen Stacy. But to see it on screen, because we've seen the death of Gwen Stacy on screen before with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and it was presented pretty just. I liked it, but they didn't really share into the grief. They kind of just made him feel like, okay, yeah, he just misses her. They didn't really like go into like how much it really took a toll on him, and I'm really thinking that this is going to do that, this film. And that has always interested me with the characters, is how they get through something that seems so impossible at the time. How do they get through that? What's the process behind that? So it seems really good. I really, I'm just complimenting you guys, because it seems like you guys are doing perfect with that. So props to you guys for doing that, because that's not an easy feat.
Thank you for sharing that. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Oh yeah. 2018. That was April 22nd. It wasn't a great experience, but I learned from it, and he's still with me. But getting off of sad topic. This is not sad time. God damn it. What was the easiest thing for you to tap into to get into the character of Mary Jane?
The easiest thing was definitely her like wittiness with the boys. Like, it was so much fun to like just be like go into acting mode, and just like whenever we did like some improv stuff and just like recorded some fun shit. It was just like Harry and Peter were like already we had never like all acted together before, and because like Gwen is like, you know what I'm saying, and so like
Gwen is dead.
So like, here's the deal. Like, whenever we were all shooting together, like I was like, I don't know who these guys are. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. But like, then all of a sudden, like being the like one that was almost like the mom of the relationship, she kind of had like these two like
two little boys to take care of.
She totally just was this like little like fireball, which I really thought was fun to tap into, because I felt like that was something that I already had.
Right. And then what would you say would have been the hardest thing to kind of get yourself into with her character?
It was her it was her like melodrama almost. Like I tend to cope with trauma with like humor and shit.
Right. Very similar to me. Very similar.
And so I would be a little bit more like witty with my friends. She was like a really like disappointed person, which is totally valid.
Obviously, like, everything's justified in that moment.
Yeah, totally. But like, if I were in her position, I would be like, so at some point or something. I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you try and take the good from the bad. That's
and I also grew up in a large family where like if bad things happen, I was the second oldest, so like and my older sister like wasn't around like after she like went off to college and shit, and so I like when bad things happened, I was just responsible for like keeping the energy alive for like all my younger siblings,
right.
And so I felt like that was nice.
That's cool. I like that answer, because it kind of brings that sense of like, hey, you kind of take in what she doesn't, and you also kind of take away what she does have. So for you, it's just like you try and take the good from the bad, and with her you try and take it's just kind of that situation. It's just kind of like that story with her. So I like that answer. That was really cool. Kind of wrapping up here with the final two questions. This is a little jokey one to kind of ease the somberness of Spider-Man Lotus. Did you steal anything from set? Did you steal anything from Spider-Man Lotus?
I did. Oh my god, I did. But not from Lotus. It was technically from New York, so I don't know if that counts.
That counts. No, it counts. It counts.
Okay.
So what did you steal?
So me and Tristan and Blue and Eunice and I think Jacob Watson. We all like went into this area and like we all like it was like this area that we were like shooting this other like thing in, and we like moved into the other room like while the other scene was being shot, and we were like wait, there was like a previous party there beforehand, and there was like all these little stuffed animals everywhere. They were like this big. They weren't even like, they were so tiny. And they were just gonna be thrown away. Like they were just trash at this point. And they were just like little stuff like bears and shit. And I just
Do you have it? Do you have one of them?
I have them somewhere.
They're somewhere around. Okay, I get that. That's cool. That's cool as hell. Because I was in New York 2017. That was the last time I was there. And there were parties all over the freaking place. I have no idea why. It was
BTS party.
Oh, Jesus. It was a September day in 2017. And there was just giant parties going around. And I didn't get into them. No, thank you. I'm not a party person, so I was just like, no, I'm good. But my dad walked in. My dad went in there, and he came out with like, it was like this giant like, I don't even know. It's in his room. It was like this giant like Darth Vader statue that he found, and he like took that and he put it in there, and he was like, that's mine now. And like I was just like, okay, that's happening. That's really funny that you guys actually kind of had the same story, but a little bit earlier. Well, getting to the final question before we go into the fan questions, real quick, I just wanted to thank you for being on the show. You have been a terrific guest. It's kind of somber, weird feeling that we're ending interviews with Lotus. This is the final one. Besides the guest episode, like special episode, this is the finale. Maybe I can't confirm. Maybe we'll get the whole cast together before the premiere to actually do an episode. Gavin was, talking to me about that a little bit after his episode. That we want to do that, so maybe we'll do that. But this last question I asked to every single cast member, and they've all given me very different endings. So it's only fitting that I ask you it. If you could describe Lotus with one word, what would it be and why?
If I could describe Lotus in one word, I would say subpar. I'm just joking. I would say motivating.
Motivating. Why is that? Why would you say motivating?
Because a good story is motivating, and I think this is a really good story.
Good story itself. Thank you for that. That wraps my parts of interviews with Lotus. But now we're proceeding on to the fan questions. Let me bring those up real quick. So, moving on to the fan questions, we got, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. 6 questions from the fans. The first one is from SSV_Normandy. Will you be doing more acting after Lotus? And have you been in any other films? If so, which ones?
Oh my god. So yeah, I love to act. I love to act so much. It's like, seriously, one of my biggest passions. I want to be acting forever. I want to direct. I want to write, and I want to produce. I want to do everything.
Right.
I want to do every little bit of it. And also, I am looking at more castings in New York. So that's
not saying anything, but hey, some stuff is in the works. That's cool. That's cool.
That's gonna be fun. I love having a positive platform, right. And and I think that in this day and age, it's so rapid because it's so it's become our new system now. It's not even as impressive as it used to be anymore.
Right.
Because we have grown at such a rapid rate. We're in a ocean of information at all times.
Right. Yeah. That is true. That is a very, very true statement on that. We are in very much a sea of information, pretty much 24/7. Next question is from _Wadester_. How does it feel to get playing such an iconic character like Mary Jane Watson?
Phenomenal. I love it. She's so fucking cool. She's so cool.
And if you could, you'd play Bucky Barnes. That's what
I could play Bucky Barnes. Yeah, that's right.
All the way.
Right.
Sebastian Stan just shows up the window. What the hell?
What the shit?
What the shit? Oh my god. Next question is from Bob.Jones145. What was the most challenging part about playing MJ, and which incarnation of MJ do you like the most?
Ooh, well, I think that like, okay, can you repeat that one more time?
So he asked, what was the most challenging part of playing MJ, and which incarnation of MJ do you like the most?
The most challenging part about playing MJ was definitely the way that she like. I think she overreacted a lot, but like she was so cool. She was so cool, but like, hear me out. You have
Her
to watch it.
attitude. Just have to watch the film. And then which incarnation of Mary Jane is your favorite?
I don't know.
Really? Wow.
Oh. I've gone back and forth, but I don't have a definitive answer, so I don't want to give it.
Well, there's Kirsten Dunst. There's all the animated ones. There's
I
all
don't
the
have
video game ones.
I like the like morph of. It's almost like liking Spider-Man.
Right. You just like all of them.
A bunch of them. There's like you like a bunch of them in different ways. You know.
That's understandable. The next question is from Leo.Vuitton. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry if I'm not. What would you say is the best thing about working with Gavin and the rest of the Lotus team? And what did you do to prepare for the role? And did you have any dream roles?
Okay, so
3-part question.
Which one?
So what would you say? Yeah, we can just answer them. So what would you say is the best part about working with Gavin and the rest of the Lotus team?
So best part of working with Gavin was his like energy, man. Like he was like the one that like if I was like, do you want to do something really crazy? He'd be like, yeah. And then if you do you want to do something really crazy right now? I'd be like, yeah.
Good.
And he was like someone I could bounce off his energy really well. And so shooting this movie where you were shooting something really like intense, being with Gavin was so much fun because he was just like, he was always rooting for you. I got emotional. This
shit's real. What did you? Okay, so the next question is, what did you do to prepare for the role?
Okay, so I love the way that like Gavin like also sent me a couple like comic book references. He sent me a couple
Respectable.
He sent me a bunch of like Lotus shit. Like he did not leave me hanging at all. Like he did not like. He was like, yo, like, we want this. But then I also did a lot of research on my own, and I also did a lot of, I watched a lot of YouTube videos on, like, previous adaptions of her and, like, original documentaries on her, like, original, like, story and, like, all this shit. I was just, like, I mean, anything I could think of, I'm not joking, anything I could get my hands on, I was like, Gavin, what do you think about this? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, whatever, like this is just so much fun. Like there's no reason to like not just have fun with this character. So like, I mean, it was like anywhere from watching every adaptation of her to looking up every comic book to talking to 22 all the time. Honestly, 22 was my favorite way to actually prep for her because Gavin was so like responsible for so many things on the set. So when he was like shooting something and I was in between rehearsal, 22 would like walk me through, like we would like go back and like actually read comic books prior to like the scene and like be like, yo, she actually would say this in this situation and like deliver it like this, and we would be like, yeah, this is actually like
pretty
super
accurate.
fun
This is
because
cool.
we reference to like the accuracy of like her original script. So then we just actually felt like it was more fun. It was so much fun. Oh my god.
I do have one final question. Where did the nickname 22 come from for Twin?
22? Yeah, so you ever seen the movie Soul?
Yeah.
So the movie Soul like really hit me whenever I watched it. I like watched it at a time that I was like, dude, yeah, that's really adorable. Like I cried when I watched it. I was like, does a Pixar movie ever just hit different for you, man?
Oh my god, there's been so many. Up? Yeah. The movie Up? That hit me hard. I was like, damn. Oh my god, yeah. I've definitely been there. Okay, that makes sense. I get it now.
So whenever I met her, she has this good luck all the time, just like circulating around her at all times. She just is like this like energy beam at all times, and like you are just like, not that she's hyper or anything, like she's like
chill.
She's a pretty neutral energy.
Yeah.
It's like she's so chill, but then once you actually like are around her, her brain is just like so like big and beautiful. And so when I met her, I was like, dude, you are just like this iconic, like beautiful, amazing person. I just like was like 22, and then I was like, wait, that's actually super cute. And then I was like, aw, and so I started hearing that.
That's cute. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then the final part of Leo's question was, do you have any dream roles besides Bucky Barnes?
Yeah, besides him. Yeah, so I think my dream role would definitely be like, do you know who Maya Hawke is?
No.
Okay, so Robin in Stranger Things. Okay, so she is like such a cool character to me. I love her character. If I could play any character like these days, like someone that I think I could actually like fit, I would play Robin from Stranger Things.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I could definitely see it. That's cool. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. Also, I've said this in another interview before, but I have met Maya Hawke, and we like met each other in New York and like hung out for a little sec. And it was really
cool.
cute.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Man, everybody be meeting people in New York. Twin met freaking Dylan O'Brien in New York, man. I know.
Right? That's crazy.
I want to meet people.
On the record, I'm in love with Dylan O'Brien, so that was really that was an emotional date for me.
Teen Wolf all the way. So I'm a huge Teen Wolf fan.
Teen Wolf, oh my god, yeah, that was
the
like
new movie though. The new movie, I'm so hyped for that. I'm so hyped. I freaked out when that trailer came out. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, I fucked. This movie. I freaked out when I saw it. I flipped out, man, and like the Lotus Team, we're like talking to each other. We're like, dude, the Teen Wolf.
Dude, I literally because Eunice had never watched the damn show.
No,
and he was like, I just started watching it. I was like, how fucking dare you? How can you just have started watching? I grew up with that damn show. That show was everything. Oh my god. Yeah. Season 3 is like my all-time favorite season ever. I freaking love that season.
Same.
Oh my god.
Season 1's cutie.
Oh my god.
It's extremely cheesy and hard to watch, but
sometimes yes, very much. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just like it kind of serves it like that. It's supposed to be sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
God, it was so good. I'm so hyped for that movie. I bought a subscription to Paramount Plus so fast. I was like, damn, I bought that bitch so fast. I was like, nope, that's mine. I'm taking that. Next question is from MJ_Redhead Beauty.
Yes, I love her. Oh my god, or them. Oh my god, I think sometimes I think of these accounts as like
individual people.
And MJs, so like they're actually like little low-key variants of like MJ or something.
Oh my gosh.
Because imagine seeing the little icon, you're just like,
imagine that. No. The eye blink. Oh my gosh. Well, this question's a little bit spoilery. I don't want to. If you can't answer it, do not answer it. MJ, I'm sorry if you don't get this answer the way you want. But MJ is asking, will you recreate the iconic lines such as "Face the tiger, you hit the jackpot," or "Go get 'em, tiger"?
I can't say.
That's what I thought. So, MJ. You can't. I'm sorry. I thought I would throw it out there. I threw it out there.
I will say this. I will say that she does fulfill her need to feed the fans.
Can you just say one of those lines right now just to help MJ out?
The jetpack one. It's a jackpot. You just hit the jetpack.
It's face the tiger. You hit the jackpot. Jesus. How about you just say "Go get 'em, tiger" for MJ?
Oh, go get 'em, tiger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yep, MJ. There you go. I hope you're happy with that.
Wait. No, hold on. Let me feed. Hold on.
Go ahead and feed.
Okay. So like, face it, tiger. You just hit the jackpot.
Oh, there it is. MJ, I'm about to get spammed. Checking my phone right now. Okay, we're good. And then the last question is from a little person on Instagram. I don't know if you might know him. He's kind of a nobody. His name is Unity. You know, His name is Eunice. I don't know. Huh?
So I'm pretty sure I have him blocked.
Oh damn. Well, he said, "What's it like to be working with that Eunice guy? I heard he was like the funniest ever."
These are the fan questions?
I don't know. I'm just a messenger. This is just one of the questions he asked.
Yeah. So.
Be honest. He wasn't the greatest, was he?
Eunice was like going to the park, and I'm gonna cry again. Eunice was like going to the park and like stumbling across this like chocolate lab like puppy, and you're just like, oh my god, who are you? And then you just like, oh my god, meeting him was like meeting a best friend that I grew up with and I didn't know I had, and then I met him and it was like, wait.
Right. Yeah, I might talk shit about Eunice in all my episodes. I like to do it for fun, but I have been like the biggest fan of Eunice. I followed him since 2014. You know, I've known about him for a long time. You know, Real World of Flash days. That's how long I've known him. Like I followed him for so long. You know, it's a dream of mine to have him on the show, but yeah, no, he seems like such a genuine dude. And
okay, no, actually, another hot take on Eunice working with him though. I would protect him with my whole life. He is.
I feel like everybody would. I feel like everybody would.
Anybody who actually thinks he's like
he's a golden retriever,
unavailable to his presence. They've never met him if they think that.
He's like, a golden retriever. He's a little golden retriever. He seems like such a good guy, and I would love to have him on the show. So Eunice, if you're watching this, you want to come on the show, that'd be cool. But with that being said, Mariah, that wraps up the good old the last interviews with Lotus. So I'm gonna steal a little bit from Hot Ones here. So if you have anything going on in your life, let the people know what's going on in your life, and we'll wrap it up there.
Okay, so what's going on in my life is that I'm working my way up to New York, and I'm super excited to be back into acting in the future. And I have Artemis, my cat, by my side. And as you can see, I have like boxes. I don't know if you can see that there's boxes behind me.
I can, yeah. I see them. I see them a little bit.
I'm in the process of moving right now. And I'm excited to get on to my next film, which will be happening in the future. And I'm very supportive of everybody who has supported me. I think that everybody in my life is like just incredible in the season that we're in right now. I feel like everybody's kind of like going through something amazing,
right.
and we're just like going through something huge. Like, I don't know about you, but like shit's hitting the fan right now.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah, she's crazy right now. And so I'm just like, I'm honestly just really grateful to be like moving forward and moving towards things that I want. And I want to be in the city, and I want to be working on more films, and I want to be I'm excited for the trailer.
Yep. Gavin, I got the scoop. Gavin told me when that trailer was coming out a while ago, and everybody thanked me for it, so you're welcome. We don't have an official release date though, so I tried my best. But yeah, Spider-Man Lotus drops in 2022. The Indiegogo will go down in the description. It's open until mid-November. So will Mariah's social media, so you guys can go check her out, as well as the rest of the cast. I'm going to just include everybody because this is the finale. So, Mariah, thank you so much for being on. This has been Nick Miller on Nerd Talk. I will see you guys next episode. Yeah, so that is it. Shit! No, that is it.
Bye, man.
Bye, man. Okay, so you should on the bottom. Are you on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Okay, so there should be on the bottom a little camera icon.
Okay.
And you just click that, and then your camera should come on.
Oh my god.
There it goes. Literally... Hey.
Oh, can I put this horizontally?
Yeah. You have to probably turn your screen lock off to actually flip it, but.
Okay. Is it like not?
There you go. Okay. There we go.
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right. How are you?
I'm so good. Okay, let me like make sure she like stays, cause she's being a little bratty right now. It's okay. Come on. Hey, no, I'm fucking awesome. Thank you. Can I cuss on this?
Oh yeah. I don't. Yeah, let it fucking flow. I swear, like a racehorse. So you're good.
Racehorse.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm from Michigan. I have weird tongue.
Michigan. One of my okay, so you are POV. You are on my AC right now.
All right.
Wait. Johnny, calm down. Okay, we're good.
Everything good? Everything good?
Yeah, no, she's great. What's up?
Right. None. How are you? I wanted before. I've already started recording, but I wanted to ask you, if everything was okay with your family emergency. Just wanted to make sure everything was good. Everything that happened.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm good now. It was a whirlwind, and I'm really appreciative that you respected my time because I need time. It's like it just blew me out of the water. I was just like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm good now though.
I'm glad everything's good. I'm glad everything's all right. We're about to get started here in a minute. It's just gonna be me. Gavin could not make it today. My co-host Gavin, not the director.
Yeah.
Everybody gets confused by that. I have to explain. But it's just gonna be me today. So we're just gonna be hanging out. Where are you from, by the way? I wanted to ask that.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Portland, Oregon. That's where I was spending most of my life with my family for a very long time. And then over the course of I don't know, 10 years or such, my family just decided to slowly but surely move their lives to Arkansas. And I was like, cool.
Okay, so that's where, of course, Arkansas is where everybody that's the meeting ground for this film. So that's cool. That's cool that you were actually able to do that.
Actually, it's pretty bizarre how much went down whenever we actually realized how much Arkansas pulled everybody together. It was weird. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
I don't know.
Cool. I've been talking to everybody, obviously, and the amount of people, Warden, Gavin, Eunice, even everybody's been saying Arkansas. I'm just Jesus, that's okay. But that's cool that you guys are actually able to meet up and actually do that whole thing there. So. All right, I'm gonna pull up the questions.
Let's go.
No. What were you gonna say? I was
gonna say that my family's from Arkansas, so my dad's family and such, and everybody is chilling in Arkansas. So it's somewhere that I'm very familiar with, but I also have never considered home because it always just felt but you know what? Hot take. You ready? Hot take. I actually really love it now, and I'm not bitter about it anymore. It's actually a beautiful place.
I've never been to Arkansas, so I have no idea what it's like. But
it's so cool for no reason.
That's great.
So you feel fresh when you're here, or sticky. It's either one because it's so humid.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 21.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I turned 22 on the 23rd.
Hey,
October. Let's go.
Your birthday is exactly 2 months after mine. I'm August 23rd.
Oh, for real? Yeah. Okay, cool.
But I turned 20, so I'm a little younger, but
yeah,
it's fine. All right, I'm gonna get the script going, and then we got 10 questions for you, and then we have 6 fan questions.
So yeah, let's go.
There was 40 of them.
Oh, so cool.
I don't understand. Actually, I do understand, but your post was the biggest one out of nowhere. I was like, what the hell? My phone was because I usually have notifications turned off, but for the Instagram NerdTalk, I have it on for for DMs and stuff like that to schedule appointments and stuff. And my phone was blowing up. Oh my god, there was 70 requests for questions. I had to limit it down. So anyone who's watching, I'm sorry.
That's so cool.
Yeah, but maybe she'll get on the freaking post and she'll answer those questions. But I had to limit it. I had to limit myself because that was a lot. Also, what's your tattoo?
My tattoos, so I have 4. So are you talking about this one right here? Okay, so this one is actually, oh my god, this is T. This is T. Actually not T, because T is bad, but okay, this is my favorite thing. Okay, this is a Harry Styles lyric. It's true. True. Put that on my grave too, I don't care. Anyway, so it says, you flower, you feast. It's in my handwriting, and it's also this girl that I sort of grew up with for a bit. She like was just really close to me. She reminded me like of a younger version of myself, and we just like really hit it off.
Right.
And we like were singing this, and she like helped me design it. So it was extremely special to me because it was like she was the one who was like, who cares? Like who cares if people don't like Harry Styles? She was so young and she was just so right. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I actually do really like this quote.
Right.
And so fuck it, you know. I was like,
let's do it. You know, let's do
go.
it. Like, yeah, I have a tattoo it's my mom's handwriting, but it's a family crest. My sister's got I am beautiful, and then I am mine, and I got I am free. So that's what that is.
That's so sick.
Yeah. So and then the biggest one is my band. That's for my father. So I love tattoos. As soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, I have to ask because it's like the biggest part of my life. So. All right. Sorry. Long intro.
No,
Sorry.
I love intros. Big intros are great.
Well, actually, this is actually going to go at the end of the podcast. This is the end. This is like the little behind the scenes thing. So yeah, but yeah, this is how it's always been. Like we shot one with Warden. I haven't released it yet. I'm actually releasing it after we release your episode. And me and Warden were just talking for like 20 minutes straight before the episode started. I was like, oh Jesus, I have to like cut this out because this is ridiculous.
It's easy to talk to too.
Thank you, appreciate that. I'm just me. I don't
You are.
I'm a meme. All right. With that being said, let's get started. All right, 3, 2.